Welcome to your daily focus for September the 22nd, 2022. We have a sky on fire for us today and going into tomorrow. So I'm going to kind of cover it all because we'll be feeling all the energy today. It'll just be highlighted even more tomorrow. Oh, should I blend them together? No, I'm not going to. We're just doing this for Thursday. Okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Thank you so much for the comments. My goodness. I haven't gotten back to everybody yet. I do read them every single morning. First thing, I pop in a little bit later. I just have not had time to actually sit in peace and quiet and really take in what you're saying totally so that I can reply to you and send you my love back. Absolutely. You leave a comment, you're automatically on my prayer list. So every day I do ask for the abundance, the happiness, the joy, the health, the well-being to all be present in your life going forward. We have the 22 energy today. The manifester. The master builder is the 22 energy. You don't break that down in numerology. Very rarely do you break it down in numerology. I don't at all. If it's a 22, I want to know where that energy is coming from. And I also want to strive for the higher power. When we go 2 plus 2, we're actually dummying it down to a single digit, but it doesn't really give us the energy that we really want to tap into. So I don't want to bring it down to a 4 for you, and you're striving more to learn that 4 energy and embracing it in your life. I want you to embrace the 22 energy. What is the 22 energy? That is a higher intuition. That is visionary thoughts. That is things happening very quickly, depending on where you have your focus. So you want your focus on your dreams, your goals, what you want to bring into your reality, your best life ever. You want to have that front and center today in some way, because the 22 energy comes in and helps you manifest. Now, it'll make it harder for you, challenging for you, but that's okay because the rewards are that much greater. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 37. We rarely have a 37 in our daily numerology. Now, and this is a prime example, because it's usually, if we are doing 37, 3 plus 7 is a 10, 1 plus 0 is a 1. We usually start by the 19 or the 10 itself. We don't usually get a 37. Now, if it was a 19 energy, I'd be telling you that it's time to challenge yourself. It's time to try new things. It's time to open your eyes to new roads, new ways of being, becoming. And challenges will be there for you. Lessons will be there for you to move through. But with the 37 energy, it's kind of different, because 37 is more about love and family and partnerships, and there's a great success factor within the 37. Now, it could be somebody that you love, somebody that you care for, and you meet somebody through them today that really influences your path forward in a very dynamic way, or it could be them themselves. Okay, so pay attention for that to happen in your life. Of course, when we go 3 plus 7, it is the 10, which is talking about a newer, lighter energy, a season changing for us, new energy coming in. And we know that because we're just days away from the new moon, right? So that always brings in exciting times for us. 1 plus 0 is a 1, and that's the I am. That's the independent in you. That is the person that wants to meet those challenges and plow through them to get to the next step and the next step and the next step and beyond. The 1 energy is the I am energy. The 1 energy is the pioneer, the independent, the trailblazer. We have the sun. Now, the sun will be in Virgo until after supper time. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of Virgo sun energy still. And I talked about that a little bit more yesterday on some of the things that you really can focus on now to utilize that energy that is still around us. But we are going to start feeling that Libra energy coming in. What does that mean to us? The Libra energy is about, well, it's compromising, and it's compromising to bring in harmony. If anything a Libra doesn't like is the toe-to-toe fight. They'll do it, absolutely, but they would rather compromise and create a harmony. Now, the only downfall of that is many times, and I'm sure you could think of several situations where you compromised to bring in the harmony in your life, and you lost a little bit of yourself. You gave away your power or your needs or your wants or your desires or your love or something, but something got compromised in the process. You cannot do that. You cannot give a part of yourself away. That is not a compromise that's going to work long term with your joy and happiness attached to it. Now, the good thing about Libra energy is it's also a very good negotiating energy. So you don't have to just say, okay, we'll do it your way. But you can say, okay, I like your idea, but I'd like to add this to it. Or change it up like this. And compromise. And we've got, close to 28 days of compromising, or maybe 30 days of compromising. I think it's 28 days, but anyways. Moon is in Leo, so our moon will be moving into Virgo, I think, as we sleep tonight. So we'll wake up to the Virgo moon tomorrow, but right now we have that Leo energy, which is the independent once again. And what are you doing in Leo? You are creating happiness and joy and laughter and dancing and giggles and smiles and your creative energy, your self-expression. I mean, bring it to the table under Leo. You've got this fire in your belly and you just want to go. Okay, so the sun will move into Libra today. I started talking about that. We also don't want to rock the boat. This is another reason we compromise. Yeah, we definitely don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to rub people the wrong way. We don't want to ruffle feathers. We don't want to burn bridges. So what do? We compromise. Use the negotiation energy a little bit more strongly in the Libra energy, and the compromises you make will not only bring in harmony, but it'll bring you in happiness and joy, maybe abundance and love as well. We also have now, as the sun is moving into Libra and crosses that line of 0 degrees of Libra, Mercury is actually on its way out, because remember, it's retrograde, so it's going backwards for us. And they meet at 0 degrees. What a phenomenal point in the sky to meet at. Now, it's a good time for processing ideas, recent events that have happened, revisiting them, and with Mercury, of course, being retrograde among the other 5 planets that are retrograde for us right now. We can look at issues, we can look at problems, and we can gain a new perspective or a new understanding in how to go forward and how to move in the proper ways. And the sun and Mercury together, what we say, what we write, has an impact. One that will linger. So be careful if you get up on your soapbox today and make a speech, because those words will linger. So make it a good speech. Okay? Really talk from the heart and make a good speech. What we say or do right now, not so much do, but what we say, write, communicate, has a great impact. So be careful of the choosing of your words today, and use them knowing that they have power behind them, lasting power. Chances are, if we make any decisions under this kind of energy, we will be revisiting, and we will be making probably new decisions again. Okay, so whatever we've revised in our plans, in our plans and our actions, we'll probably be revising again. So don't chisel them in stone quite yet. It's more of a tryout period so that you can come up with the right decision, the right way of moving forward. Okay, let's cut the cards here. 7 of Wands. Look at this. We're speaking our minds, aren't we? Oh my gosh, I got a sneeze coming. I've had these sneezing fits now for for like days. That's probably not the only one. Like they're like 7 and 8 in a row. So I'm thinking as I maybe get a little longer in the tooth, I also am picking up an allergy. 7 of Wands, so I'll just have to manifest that away. I don't want an allergy. So 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is definitely your voice and speaking your truth and saying, I'm going in this direction. I'm creating this in my life. I'm taking this action. And you're usually saying it to more than just yourself in this situation. But you could just be talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the cosmos, the universe. It could be that kind. But chances are you're saying this statement to another or more than one, because you are trying to ask them to come with you. Okay, now Mercury and the Sun, our words are very powerful. And then we got the Libra there, the Libra energy. We are negotiators. We can kind of talk a little bit more about what we want and get people to buy into our site, our viewpoint, where we want to go. And we're very strong in this energy where we will say, I'm moving forward with or without you, but I want you by my side. And if they say no and they turn away, don't allow it to bring you down, to burden you in any way. Because chances are, once you get going, they'll turn right back around and want in, because they're going to see your energy. They're going to want to be close to that energy. 6 of Pentacles. This is really looking at our relationships. And we've had this now for, oh my gosh, it's a week. It's at least a week where we're really focused on our relationships. Now that could be a spouse, a partner. It could be a best friend. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be a coworker. And it's the people closest to us and the people we love. Okay, family, friends. And we want to look at our relationships and we want to understand if it's really a two-way street. What do I give to the relationship? What do they give to the relationship? How is it strengthened by the two of us working together? Do I feel supported and loved by that person? If not, why? Why do I not feel those things? Now, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to walk away from the relationship? Am I going to have a conversation with the person saying, hey, I don't think it's time you pull up your socks, and maybe they'll turn around and tell you how you needed to pull up your socks too. So you have to be very open to what is being said. But also, you want to make sure that you're not compromising yourself away. You're not giving away your power, your energy, your time, your resources, unless it's mutually beneficial for you. Today I was walking out of the store and I heard this music. I just started dancing, because I'm that person. I don't care. You don't like me dancing, then look away, okay? Or dance with me. That's even better. I walked out and there was a gentleman playing this violin. Oh my goodness, he was good. He was so good. And so what did I do? I went and put, a bill into his, it wasn't a violin case, but guitar case. I guess they wanted more money. No. But he was so good. So what did I get out of it? Well, I got like 3 or 4 songs that I listened to and my toes were tapping and I was just enjoying it. Somebody walked by and said, hope they stop that in a hurry. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, seriously, if you're just drifting through the parking lot, what difference does it make? Because in 5 seconds, you'll be gone. You'll never hear them. But I, on the other hand, am loving it, as well as many other people stopped to listen. What did they get out of it? The guy had talent. The guy had talent, and he actually had a sign that he was raising the money for a single mom who was, just didn't even have money for anything. And so he came out to play in support of her. What does he get out of it? He gets people applauding him. He gets people saying how great he sounds. I mean, really? He should be somewhere other than where I saw him, because he had talent. What did I get? And I didn't have to put any money in. I could have sat back and listened to it. But then, in that relationship, what am I doing? I'm taking advantage of this person. They decided to play music, beautiful music. What was my decision? My decision was to say thank you. My way of saying thank you was by putting something in his violin case. It wasn't a violin case, but it wasn't a guitar case either. It wasn't that big. Anyways, so make sure Make sure. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is next. Where is your focus? As I already said, with the 22 energy, you want your focus on where? Your present and your future. You have that 22 energy to work with, and here is our reminder. Where is, and we've got two pentacles, so it's all about abundance. It's all about growing abundance in our life, maybe monetary means, but remember, money and love are so close together. It could be a love relationship. It could be just growing more and more in love with the people around you. But where, is your focus on strengthening relationships? Is your focus on starting that new business? Is your focus on getting that job? Is your focus on, and get excited about it, okay? They don't really hear our words, but they hear our energy. They hear our excitement. They hear our want. And then we have to go after it. Okay, so if you're looking for a job and you usually put out 2 or 3, put them out everywhere so you can tell them no, 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 and yes, thank you very much. Give yourself choices. Broaden the horizon. Where is your focus? Because you need to align your focus today with where you want to go, of what you want to bring into your life, making it your best life possible. And then, oh my gosh, look at this. 3 Pentacles on the boards, and the last one is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles says, if you're on the right track, you'll actually be gifted something by the universe today. God, your angels, the cosmos, whatever you call it. That higher power. The Ace of Pentacles will gift you with something saying you're on the right path and here's something to help you move forward. So if you want that new job, it could be, but you don't have the outfit. Then all of a sudden the neighbor phones and says, hey, I was cleaning the closet. Typical full moon Virgo energy. And I've got all these clothes and I thought maybe you'd like to go through them, and what you don't want, if you could just pay it forward by giving it to somebody else or dropping it off at a shelter or whatever you might want to do with that. And all of a sudden it's perfect business attire for what you needed. Or you want that job, but you don't have a vehicle that will take you from A to B, and otherwise it would be impossible to really fit that into your day, because not having a car would just make it too long of a time period to get. I can see it in my mind. I'm just trying to get out the words as they're flashing it to me. So you need a car, but you only have this much in the bank, and that's really not going to cover the car that you need. And all of a sudden somebody says, hey, I got a buddy and he's moving to another continent, and he's got to sell his stuff fast, and he wants to sell his car, and I told him of you because I know you wanted a car, and it's right in your price line. Like, do you want it? And here it is, and this is the specs, and it's perfect, and it's an unbelievable price, and there you are for it. The little things that you're gifted. If you're feeling very sad about a loved one passing, you may find that feather, that dime, that penny, that maybe the lights will flicker on and off for you. Something to say, I'm right here next to you. I want you to feel the hug I'm giving you right now. Because they truly are. The Ace of Pentacles talks about a brand new path towards abundance. It's a very strong card to have. It's at the tail end, and we know that we don't want to start things today, really. We want to wait for that new moon energy to really come and hit us, because that's when we're going to just start running down that path. So it's more about making sure that there's not obstacles in the way, that we're putting closure on things, that we're allowing for completion in our life. But with 3 Pentacles on the board, it's about abundance, and it's about your abundance. It's about growing that abundance. Okay, we'll get a mantra card. Oh, this card decided to be at potential. Think big about your future. So, you haven't scratched the surface of your true potential yet. Okay? You really haven't scratched the surface. So if you think that this is what I can do in life, no, you are underselling yourself so much. You can do so much more with a little extra effort, with a little extra push, with a little, maybe it's 5 more minutes in the day you put towards it, or maybe it's $5 more you put towards it, or maybe it's 5 more minutes you put towards it. It all helps. It all allows you to grow abundance. So think big for your future. I'm telling you, if your dream does not scare you a little bit, like, oh my gosh, can you imagine if that actually happened to me, kind of, get excited about it. Because we're being asked to grow those dreams larger. Remember, we have the 22 energy. The 22 energy gifts us with very fast results. And it does challenge us more, but it also brings in rewards bigger and better than we ever could have imagined for ourselves. So we have potential here. Oh, there's Peacock. I got the peacock feathers on here. I don't know if you can really see it. It's kind of like dark in here for some reason. And the more I do that, the less you can see it. So we're not even going to go there, but I thought it was cool. Anyways, your creative and mental powers carry great potential. Plans to expand your horizons are underway. Everything is progressing steadily on their end. You just need to put the focus on your end and just don't say, I hope it happens, or maybe it'll happen, or I wish it would happen. Those are not forward movements. Those are, I'm procrastinating, I'm sitting here in the here and now, I'm hanging on to yesterday a little bit. You expect to step into that path. They're working on it. So expect that path to be ready for you. And do not put any negative thought towards it, especially on a day like today. And that's not the easiest thing, because we've got all this pre-programming that plays over and over again and starts laughing at you. And you're going to do what? Remember when you tried that last year? Okay, I want to see how this goes. And you just don't even allow that train of thought to come in. It's your thoughts. Take control of them. Think and plan outside your limitations. Remain open-minded, as there's many more possibilities and opportunities than you can even see at this point. This could be study, a business venture, travel. Be ready to take on the challenges with a think big attitude. Empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. The mantra is, my visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. My visions and goals break the glass ceiling for me. My visions and goal allows me to see that glass ceiling was even a thing. And now I gotta smash it and fly right through there, because I am going to scratch the surface of my potential. I am going to go forward. That's all there is to it. Get determined. Get determined. Get excited and get determined about where you're going. And when that little bit of negative comes in, and it will, say stop. Say cancel. Say delete. Do not let those negative thoughts even come in for a brief second. As soon as you realize it, and you pay attention to it, because it's always playing. When you hear it, it's the time to say stop and start reprogramming your mind to, I am going to accomplish this. I am going to get that job. I am going to find that love of my life. I am going to find a new way of creating an income. I am going to get that job. I am going to get that promotion. And really, with the 1 energy, it's strong today. The 22 energy makes it stronger yet. Mercury and the Sun coming together in the sky makes our words stronger yet. Okay, let's get an animal, shall we? So, think of what your potential is and then raise it like 110 degrees. 110%. They showed me a thermometer. I said degrees, but we want to raise it percent, right? 110% raise. Just think outside the box. Maybe you wanted that promotion, but now, right, you realize that promotion is just the stepping stone to the promotion you really want down the road. and don't settle for less. The Puffin. I love Puffins. They're so adorable. Partnership. Told you. Relationships. 37 brings it out in us. Am I going to be able to read this for you? Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Teamwork will give you the best results. And that really falls in with the 37 energy of, and you know, it's with the 37 energy too, when it comes to our family, when it comes to our loved ones, we'll fight for the death, to the death for them. I mean, it just strengthens our whole being with wanting that relationship to be strong and capable. But also, they could be the person that really influences you to doing something great going forward, or they're going to introduce you to somebody, or you met somebody through that person. Pay attention to your friendships, your relationships, the people you love in your life. But here we are with the Puffin saying, accept yourself and your colorful personality. You are who you are, so embrace it. Embrace it. It's who you're supposed to be. Don't try and hide it. Let it out. Let us all see exactly just how beautiful and colorful you are in the world. Feel confident about being you. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Now, maybe you say, well, I'm pretty confident with myself. But maybe let's say you have a job and you're a secretary, and your boss is very, very strict and when you get around your boss, you just kind of clam up and they ask you a question and you look like you're an airhead because you can never pull the answer out when you want. But when you go home, wow, you are like the king or queen of your palace and your domain, and the kids look up to you. Your spouse looks towards you for the answers, for what to do next, and you've just got it. And so, yeah, now you're feeling very confident. But maybe, and so it's about examining that. Now, why do I feel so restricted when I'm in front of my boss? And it could be because you follow it back if you can in your mind to the first time you felt that way. It could have been a father figure or somebody in power that really kind of scared you in some way, that made you pull back in some way, that overpowered you in some way. And once you realize it, you know, you're going to be able to go to your boss the next day and those answers are going to fly, because you're going to realize that that is not, it's not the rule for everybody. It's the rule you made for yourself to keep you safe at that time. Unfortunately, that rule lingers in every situation that you walk into going forward. So you want to pay attention to where you don't feel confident with yourself and why you don't feel confident with yourself. And when's the first time you felt that way? And what was it really all about? Because that's when you steal the power back. And you are comfortable with yourself. You're more than comfortable with yourself. You are so confident. You've got this. And what happens with your potential? It obviously goes up. You are a joy bringer. You bring joy to my day by being here. So thank you for that. If you don't think you matter, you do in my life. Let your community nourish and protect you. So allow the help from others. You don't have to. I know we have that one energy today and we'll want to be all independent and stuff. But really, with the Libra Sun, it's about relationships. It's about growing those relationships, deepening those relationships. You know, you may not want to ask for help, but the person on the receiving end of that question, can you help me, feels honored that you would turn to them. So why wouldn't you want to honor friends and family? Teamwork will give you the best results. It's really that kind of energy today, huh? So let's take another look at our Puffins. I want you to remember that I do love you. Until we meet again.